Hey everyone, it's A John. I make Doji coins specifically. I cover technical analysis, order sticks, and today is March 6, 2021 as of 9:14 a.m. I make two videos a day about this, usually one in the morning, one in the evening. I try to keep it consistent for the most part, and let's get to the sticks, okay? So, let's see how the daily chart's looking so far. So today is March 6th, or the 5th right here, because it ends around like 4 p.m. But we'll see later today though when I change it over. So we can see that we have a high of 526 and a low of 492 here. For the most part, it looks like we're still trading in a range that I'll illustrate later on in the further time frames. But let's go and check the MACD currently. The volume, 1 second, the volume is pretty low so far. Let's see, 116, 82, 108. The volume actually, I correct myself. It's a low. It's more just the norm for now. It's a norm of the norm as of now. Sorry about that. So let's see the MACD here and see how that's trending so far. From the looks of it, it's still trending up, but it's going slowly but surely here. I did mention in my other videos as well that it's kind of trending kind of slowly. Let's see it here now. Okay. Oh, okay. Good news, guys. Okay. So on a daily MACD chart, as you can see here, it's starting to curl up again. Yesterday, it was doing this. It changed. So this is always a evolving factor here. So you gotta keep your eye on it and kind of watch it. Because if you don't, then you won't know what's going on. Because these things are living creatures in a sense where they always change every day and every second, every moment, every hour. So that being said, we're at what, 0.024, 0.021. Okay. So we're moving up at a similar pace as the other days here, but you can see that the MACD is trying to round up. So to me, this could be a potential occurrence here. We could potentially see something like this, but this could be how long. Let's see how long this could possibly take here, based on this drawing out a chart like this, make believe. Okay, 44 days, or maybe 20 days. Of course, this is just me drawing something here. It can change a lot faster, or a lot slower. But just to give you an idea on a daily chart here, so that means that it's not gonna happen anytime soon here. And I did mention in the previous videos that this weekend we could potentially see some buy deals here. Usually on weekends you see low volume trades, so usually you see big dips and you're able to buy it because of the low liquidity in the market. So it's easier to kind of manipulate the market in a sense where you can go down or up real quick. So I mentioned as well that I plan to buy around 4.7 or 4.5 depending if that hits. I'll be watching it sporadically on my phone and everything, but if I miss it, I miss it. It's not a big deal. Okay, so let's go to a 4-hour chart now and see how it's looking so far. Okay, guys, 1 second. Booyah. Let's see. Okay. On a 4-hour chart here, it's showing what I was trying to explain to you guys before in a previous daily chart here, that we were trading in a range bound here. So you can see around a 5.52 is a range. Let me extend this out so you can get a better view here. So that's kind of our so 5.2 is our current resist, or 5.2 something is our resistance, and our support's around 4.8 or 4.9 is kind of our interim support here. And I call these interim because it'll be very short in nature. This won't last for very long because it's just like it's literally just trading range bound. As you can see, here. It's kind of bouncing around here. And I did mention yesterday as well that if you for some reason want to day trade it, you would buy around anywhere near 4.9 and above, and then sell at the top or sell the first pop because we're still in a bearish 4-hour momentum here. Because as you can see here, the we're still doing the 200 MA is about the 50 MA, so we're having a literal, you would call it death cross. But since it's on a since it is on a 4-hour time frame, it's more temporary in nature. But temporary for 4-hour chart could be maybe a week or two, right? Because it takes longer to kind of accumulate all those sticks, right? So this is more of a swing trade instead of a day trade here. So going to the MACD here, you can see that we're resetting, but the key thing to note here is that we're resetting in a bearish territory right here. As you can see, even though you see these red sticks and it's kind of going above to the bullish area here, but that isn't necessarily true. And you can see that the MACD here it's pointing up a little bit, but I don't know, since it's a weekend, um, I don't foresee it really going higher up, to be honest, based on the fact that we have low trade and low liquidity on a weekend, because usually people are just trying to live their life and do their own thing here, right? But at the same token, but on the same token, technical analysis is more of an art than a science here, and you got to bear in mind some of the news too, right? So this weekend, AB Las Vegas 2.0, Dogecoin 2.0. I made a video about that as well. You can check that out for the news and everything. And you have Elon Musk tweeting again, dog is EGOT or something. So with those kind of things here, since cryptocurrency is a 24/7 market here, when that happens, it can literally create spikes in the market. So you got to keep so you have to keep those things in mind for the most part here. So, but based on all that kind of stuff here, I don't really see a big deal, to be honest, because the thing is, even though the news comes out right now, I wouldn't say it's life changing or anything. It's more about more it's more about creating more adoption rate for Dogecoin here and getting more exposure. So just because the news happens doesn't mean everyone's gonna jump out and buy, right? It just means, okay, oh, I know about it now, so let me think about it or something. So, oh, 25 cents, I'll buy a couple or something. So and NASCAR has a pretty large viewership as well, so that's even more people viewing it, right? More marketing, more eyes seeing it, and an NBA, more eyes seeing it. So over time, I believe this would actually be very bullish for Dogecoin. But for as of the moment here, I don't see it happening, just because that's just the way things are. It's human nature, right? You don't just do impulse buys all the time right here, right? You want to look into it a little bit. So, anyways, so with that being said, I believe we're gonna do something like this. Probably go around here and then come back down. But I believe that it'll be a very short bullish in nature here. I don't think it'll be a very long term. But again, I could be wrong as always, but that's just my gut feeling about it. Because I've been doing it for over 10 plus years. So sometimes watching this stuff, you kind of just get a feeling for it, intuition. Obviously, I can't, prove it to you guys, but I don't know crystal ball. I never claim to have one, but I just how I see it. So let's go to a 15-minute chart to kind of see what the day's looking like on a more microscopic view, so you can see the real deets, aka details. Okay, so yesterday, March 5th, let's see, when I make a video, around like what, 7 something, 7:30 or something like that. Okay, yeah, okay. So I mentioned for the day that if around that time to buy a possible dip right here, right, and selling a popper here, but you can see here it kind of just stalled for a little bit, and you could have sold in the middle as well, and made some easy profits. I always say don't be greedy, right? But then all of a sudden, near 8 like p.m. ish, yeah, 8 p.m. ish, there's a big spike here. So I suspect this is probably something to do with the Elon tweet, most likely, or some other kind of news, because you don't see these kind of big buys unless some kind of news happens usually, or something like that nature. So I'll look into there and figure it out, and I'll probably let you guys know on a following up evening video. As you can see on a day though, the volume was abysmal, right? Maybe like what, like 2 million volume only, for almost half a day. So just things to watch out for. And right now, if you were doing a day trade on a weekend, I personally wouldn't do it, but it's literally in no man's land. If you see in the range, it's like in the middle, so it's kind of like it can either break up or break down. But if I were to do a trade, I would do a bear trade and short it right now for a few like tenths of a cent, I suppose. For me personally speaking, it's not worth my weekend to do that, but everyone's different. So that could be anytime I buy around, or buy around 4.9 when I short it. So I'll cover around there if I were to do that, but I'm not though. So just something to keep in mind, just for an idea or something like that. So on the MACD here, you can see there's a big change here. So you can see, even though MACD's kind of a higher high and a higher high, but you see the MACD also increasing as well. So that's bullish in nature in that sense right there. And you see also the current MACD here, we are having a golden cross here. So that means that, for that trade, which happened already yesterday already, and it's not here anymore. So I suspect it's probably more of a European trade, to be honest, because it's probably more their time than our time. Like 8:30, you're probably having dinner, relaxing. I mean, you could be watching this too. Who knows, right? If you're a single man, but if you're like me, you're probably like, okay, it's near the end of the day. I'm gonna kick back, put my feet up, and just kind of chill a little bit. So With that being said, here you can see it kind of dipping down again. But the thing to note here is that you see this current MACD over here, how it kind of dipped down, and over here it dipped further down, but yet we're making a higher high instead of a higher low here. So this to me is an indicator of a possible start of a bullish indicator here on a more temporary time frame. Because also you can see also that we also did a bearish cross as well. I'm sorry, a bullish cross as well on a 50 and 200. But again, on a 15-minute chart here, it's very temporary in nature. So don't expect to go to the moon right away, guys. Let's be a little realistic here, okay? So with that being said, I believe we're going to either trade range bound and then possibly later in the evening, we'll probably go around maybe possibly 4-7. But it's hard to say what will happen. But as of the current moment here, as you can see on the 15-minute chart here, right? We're literally making, oops, let me, wait, 1 second. We're literally making an upward trend though, or a current upward channel here. So that being said, you could do I mean, for the bullish cause here, you can literally buy around, around like 4.9 or whatever, and you can sell around potentially 5.3. Before that happens, it'll need to break out of the current resistance. So I wouldn't be greedy and wait for the 5.3. I would probably sell around 5.2 just to take my money, run with it, right? I'm not gonna be waiting for the extra like, 1/10 of a cent. I mean, because it's too risky, in my opinion. But I feel like the more the channel goes up though, and it keeps hitting this temporary resistance here, I feel like it would break out eventually, and then it'll be okay to kind of be more aggressive with it. But until it breaks out, I wouldn't bet on it. And since it tried what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it tried by 5 times currently. It hasn't really broken out yet though. So this tells me this current trend here is going to be here for a little bit of time, maybe the next couple of days, assuming it keeps on trading range bound here. But of course, as always, I will catch you guys later on the next video this evening. And as always, if you find these videos helpful, give me a subscribe or like, give me a comment below. Let me know how you feel about these trade ideas I'm giving you guys. And you have a doggy day. Bye bye.